Hey guys, what's up? You already know who it is. It's Love Chanel. I know I've been ghost, but I was at the beach. And boy, do I have some story times for you guys. But those stories are for another day. But today, what I do have for you guys is a story time on my first high school fight. With footage, okay? With footage. So, let's jump into this. Okay, so my first fight in high school, or in school, period. My first in school fight with footage. I was in ninth grade, and I was pretty shy, I would say. I didn't have intentions on speaking to anybody. I didn't really want to talk to people. I kind of wanted to stay to myself from what happened in my previous middle school years. Y'all will see that in the video called My Dad Found My TWERK videos. So all that stuff that happened in my previous middle school years, I didn't really want to talk to people because I felt like rumors had carried over. So I tried to stay to myself, but people approached me, and I'm not the rude type of person, so if somebody approaches me, I'm going to speak, and I'm going to be happy because I'm a very friendly person. So this girl that I've known for, I didn't really know her, but it's like when I was a younger child, I seen her at the park before, and we recognized each other in high school. We became cool in high school, or at least that's what I thought. I had a best friend. I had all that. Like, stuff was good. I remember one day, it was sometime in September. I feel like it was towards the end of September. We was sitting on the bus. So this girl, the girl that I fought, we're going to call her Glasses. We rode the same bus. We lived in the same neighborhood, and we got off at the same bus stop. That's how close we lived to each other. We was on a bus one day. She said, "Lovely, we should plan a fight." And I was like, I'm not finna plan to fight you. Nobody does that. I'm not finna do that. We're not finna. You can pick to fight somebody else, but it's not finna be me. So she was like, "Oh no, we're gonna fight." She was like, "I know where your second block is. I'll be there. We're gonna fight after." So I'm just sitting on the bus like, why are we gonna fight exactly? I need to know why we're gonna fight. She's like, "Oh, well, because I haven't been in a fight since third grade, so I want to know if I can still fight or whatever." And I'm like, "So why can't we just fight when we get off the bus?" She's like, "We need to fight in front of people." Basically, she wanted people to see it. Because, you feel me? Like, do you know what type of attention you get when you win a fight? Like, people are like, "Dang, got them blah, blah, blah." And then to the other person, they're like, "You better shut up before I get such and such to beat you up." Stuff like that. So I'm guessing she wanted the positive attention, which is really not positive attention. It's just attention. So I get off the bus that day, and my best friend was out of town, so I really had nobody to watch my back. Not that I can't fight on my own, but it's like I ended up getting snuck, so you get what I'm getting at. I get off the bus. I go to my dad. I'm like, "She said she was going to fight me tomorrow." And he was like, "For what?" And I was like, "Because she said she hasn't gotten a fight since third grade." And he's like, "Do you really believe that?" And I'm like, she looked pretty serious, pretty convincing to me. I was like, I don't know, like, maybe she's crazy. And then he was like, "Well, you need to be focused on your books." I was like, I'm focused on my books. I'm not trying to fight her. She's trying to fight me. I guess because I come off as an easier target. So I tell him that, and he says, "Well, if she tries to fight you, you know we taught you how to fight, so you handle your business." And I'm like, okay. He was like, "Also make sure you let security know this, that, the fourth, the fifth." So I go to school the next day, and a security guard come up to me, and he's like, "Lovely, is everything good?" And I'm like, yeah, why wouldn't it be? And then he was like, "Because we're going around the school hearing that you're supposed to be fighting today." I was like, "No, I'm not." And I was like, what do you, I'm not fighting. Don't know where you heard that. They was like, "Okay, well, we're just making sure." And I'm like, all right, that's cool. So I go to my second block class, and my boyfriend at the time was in that class with me. Okay. So I remember it was like an hour into the class, and we only had like 30 minutes left of that class. And I looked at the door, and I seen her standing there. I'm like, this bitch is crazy. She was like, come to the bathroom. Come to the bathroom. She was trying to fight right then and there. I'm like, oh, no. I'm not doing it. So no. I was like, no, I'm not finna fight you, bro. Not right. No. You want to fight? We can fight at my house or at your house. You feel me? I was like, I'm not fighting you in school for attention. I'm not doing that. So she goes away. And then ding, 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 the bell ring. I see my cousin standing outside the classroom. And I'm like, yo, what is you doing here, son? And he's like, oh, watch your back. I heard Glasses is supposed to be coming to fight you. And I'm like, she's not going to fight me. I turn my back and I'm walking with my boyfriend. He's holding my hand, my guy. We're holding hands. Our hands are locked. We go the other way from where my cousin just was. Next thing I know, I'm getting snuck, bro. Like, my head yanked, okay? And she, boom, boom, boom. I'm like, fuck, I gotta fight. No, I don't feel like fighting. I was tired that day. I didn't want to fight. But, so my boyfriend at the time, I got snuck while I was holding his hand. Let me tell you what he did. Let me tell you. He walked away. he walked away. He walked away. With some other girl, too, at that. A girl that I didn't like at that point. So, we fought for about a minute and 30 seconds. Something like, we fought for a long time. That was a long time to fight. When I tell you, like, as we were fighting, I wasn't tired. But as soon as we was done, I was like, wait. Because the security guard came up to me and he jacked my arm up. He said, I told you not to be starting no trouble. I said, I ain't starting nothing. I was minding my business, going to my class, and she came and snuck me. And then he was like, yeah, whatever. So I'm going downstairs, because everybody else is supposed to be going to lunch at this time, and I'm going downstairs, and I see my boyfriend walking, minding his own business, just happy as can be, and I'm like, huh, that's interesting. Wow. Okay, that's nice. Like the assistant principal, I think. I go in her office, and then she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, do I look like I'm hurt? I am perfectly fine. All I had one knot on my forehead, like right in the middle. It was like a little horn. I had a knot on my forehead, but I was cool with it. I wasn't tripping. Cause I bust both of her eyes. Like the blood vessels in her eyes was busted. I yanked out her hair. I'm pretty sure it was just weave laying on the floor. Her glasses was broke across the hallway. When I show y'all this video, I'm the one wearing a black shirt, and I think she has on a black jacket. I have my curly hairs out, but she has a weave. I had on my book bag at first. It's a blue book bag. You're gonna see it just flapping everywhere. Yeah. And then the assistant principal called my parents, and my parents came, and I was like, I told you guys she was gonna try to fight me. I told you. She's crazy. And they was like, did you win? I was like, yeah. I was really like that. So I'm like, my assistant principal was like, well, we're not gonna suspend you because we know you didn't start it and you tried to prevent it by telling your dad and whatever. I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. And then he was like, you can go back to class. So I go back in my classroom with a knot on my head, and everybody's like, where have you been? And I'm like, I just got in a fight. And then everybody's staring at me like, no, you didn't. I was like, I'm not kidding. You see this bump on my head? I just got in a fight. I'm dead ass. He was like, what? My teacher was so shocked, bro, because I don't act out. Freshman year, I didn't act out like that at all. Like, I was to myself. I was so nice and sweet to everybody, but the more and more I've realized you can't be nice and sweet to everybody because everything isn't nice and sweet. So, yeah, that happened. Oh, the best part about that day was I didn't get suspended, and then my parents came back to pick me up, and we went to Waffle House. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I really liked it. But me and the girl now, we don't got no beef. We see each other, we say hey, but you know, I keep my distance. I see what you could do. I remember not too long ago, I was at the park, and she asked me if I wanted to box. And I was like, get the fuck out of my face, please, because I kind of wanted to. I'm not even going to hold y'all. I kind of wanted to box with her that day.